Hey everyone, so this is a crossplay slash male posing video. We were gonna do them separately, but then when we started thinking about the content and poses, we were like, well, posing from as female to male and then just male cosplaying is kind of the same. So we're just gonna kind of combine it. I am gonna give tips on how to crossplay if you are a female trying to be male, or if you're just a dude and you're kind of confused on how to pose for the camera. Okay, so male posing is the toughest type of posing. With females, you can bend, you can jump elegantly, you know, there's a lot of softness and a lot more options you can do as a female. With guys, we like that, it's the hardest thing for us, whether it's cosplaying, whether when we're doing our wedding photography, it's just a lot tougher. And something you kind of need to maybe understand is if you are a guy or you're cosplaying, when you are photographing with a male or a female character, you will probably be used sort of as an accessory. And what that means is the female character will be doing something maybe a little more posy wise, and you'll kind of just be standing there. And I know that sounds like boring and tough, but that's kind of how it is in a way, just because guys naturally don't do much. I guess what I'm first talking about is if you are cosplaying or you're a guy, guys put their hands in pockets a lot. And to do that, some people just like shove like their hands in pockets. I don't have front pockets in my jeans, so I can't do it, but they do this. If Kevin, why don't you come? So what we tell guys to do, if you're doing kind of like a slouchy kind of thing, have your thumbs out like Kevin's doing. And what this, shove this hand all the way in, if you can. See, yeah, this just looks bad. I don't know how to like say why, it just does when you look at it. You're just like, what? This is more casual. It comes off, it shows that he actually has fingers, etc. So when we tell dudes to put their hands in their pockets, we're always like, thumbs out, thumbs out. So yeah, I mean, standing like how Kevin is standing is like kind of how guys just kind of stand. Females, if they're standing, we always tell them like pop the hip, da da da. Guys just kind of slouch, you know. I mean, look at his body, like his, you know, he's just like kind of, you know. And that's kind of, yeah, that's kind of what guys will do if you are just standing. Okay, thank you. Okay, so what I'm gonna talk about really fast is walking. Sometimes we have cosplayers walk towards us, like slow motion kind of something, so it gives sort of an implied sort of action, etc., etc. With females, we tell them to walk with their legs crossing the other, like this, because then when it's frozen in time, it looks more, it looks more like a female's walking. If when you are walking naturally, like how when I was showing the running shot, we just don't look good. With dudes though, if you're a cosplaying or a guy, you definitely don't want to do the overcross, because that's not how guys' shapes are. We don't like that. Dudes, we just kind of tell them to slowly drag one by one. That looks more like walking than if we just told him, hey, just walk towards us. He would just look kind of a little goofy. So keep that in mind. Females cross, males drag to the side. Other thing dudes tend to do a lot is leaning. You know, obviously there's a lot of walls at conventions. So, you know, something like, I can't even do it. And actually I just want to pose as a woman. Something like this, you know, where you have like this leaning up against with your foot up, just really straight. There's no, with females, we always tell them to like arch their backs, you know, put your hand above your head. With dudes, is maybe like pockets like this, or leaning like this. Another thing that like I see a lot in like anime and like manga type things is like the guy characters always have like their hands behind their head like this. And that seems kind of like a dude thing to do to me. We never tell girls to do this. So this is also another pose. If you were like sitting back, stretching, I feel like I see that all the time in anime. Like the dudes are always having their hands behind their back or their heads. So that's something that you can do. Something you can do as a guy with a jacket. You can also do the one we talked about in the cityscape one with the throwing. But as a guy, you can always have this. Girls can do this too. As females, for females, we would tell them to like always put their head up or something. Guys can do the look down. Be more stoic, you know, look down, look at the camera, look straight down, and it is very masculine. Dudes don't tend to be like this a lot. To me, that's more of a feminine trait in a picture. So if you are doing something sideways, looking down and showing jawline is like really good. Something to do if it's maybe a headshot or something more close up would be to put, like this is a guy thing to do, I'm gonna mess up my lipstick now, is to put like kind of like your thumb right here and be more serious. The female equivalent to that would be something like with, you know, that we do like this. Guys, like this, maybe kind of even drag your lip just a little. Don't be like, but that's really good for like a headshot that we like to do. If it doesn't translate, if you know, it's far away because you can't really see what's going on. But we really like that, and I think it's kind of like hot. Okay, so when sitting down as a guy, if you're a girl, you have to remember that guys have stuff down there. So there's not gonna be, you know, legs together. There's not, you know, there's not gonna be a lot of crossing going on. So when you kind of sit as a dude, you kind of got to be like more open. And we kind of do something like this, where you hang. If you don't remember last week's video posing like couples, Kevin had one leg when he was laying down and kind of had his arm like that. Guys lean on a lot of things. If there's a friend and you kind of want to pose with a friend as a dude, you can kind of lean on his shoulder like this. Just remember that. There's a lot of leaning going on. If you look at dude pictures, it's lean, 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 lean. Something we do not condone and we hate when dudes do this is doing this. I don't know what that is. I don't know who invented it. Whatever. Kevin has done it before, and I will smack that hand right off of his freaking face. I don't know. I hate it. And a lot. And I don't know. Guys tend to do it when they don't know what to do. I've never worked with a cosplayer who's done that, but I can see it happening. Just kind of like, I don't know. Just please do not do that. There are other things to do. This was kind of supposed to help you with basic dude posing. Action poses can be very gender neutral, and that's something that we'll cover in the future. We'll do an action video. So I know it can be rough if you're cosplaying as a guy, just because there's not as many options as if you were cosplaying as a female character. But keep a lookout for our action video, and that's something that we're gonna do. And like I said, will go for both genders, and I think it'll give you a lot more ideas. We hope this video helped you. If you have any other suggestions for future videos, please leave them in the comments below.